What's up? This your boy CJ Goodfella. I'm back with the boxing clinic on the sports corner once again. Here to drop some knowledge on you guys. And Oscar De La Hoya was saying after the post fight, after the Kirkland and the Canelo fight, that he wanted to wait 2 years for Canelo to fight Gennady Golovkin, which is the monster of the middleweight division right now, and apparently has nobody else to fight right now in the middleweight division, which I agree with. That can be made. So he's reaching down to potential 160 guys like Canelo, Alvarez, and Cotto is a one. Well, he's really technically not a 160 guy, but he holds the lineal belt, and he's reaching for those big money fights between Puerto Rico and Mexico. And I really would go to route. I really would agree with Triple G by trying to reach and get those fights in a possible fight with Floyd Mayweather, because they all bring a lot of money in it, and it brings notoriety. More important than the money, which Triple G needs right now, because he can't get the notoriety of the casual fans by just fighting these guys that he's fighting. But back to the topic, where Oscar said he wanted to wait 2 years to match Canelo with Golovkin, and most people will just be like, "That's some bullshit. Fuck that shit." You know, they ducking. That's what most people that hate on Canelo would say. And I'm not the biggest Canelo fan, but one thing I do know is at 24 years of age, your body is not fully matured yet. And Canelo hasn't reached his peak yet. Golovkin has reached his peak. He's not going to get any more better than what he is right now. So why should Canelo, at his non-peak yet, be forced to fight a guy that's at his peak and that's at a whole different weight class than he's at right now, and be forced to potentially get his career driven into the ground by taking a massive ass whooping by a more mature, by a 33-year-old Gennady Golovkin that wants to prey on the young. Everybody believes that Canelo is just he's so mature that people just believe he's like 27, 26, 28 years old, and this guy's only 24 years old. And he doesn't need to be in there with Gennady Golovkin yet. I mean, he's been in there with some of the better competition than Golovkin. Golovkin has proved nothing right now versus top competition right now. He hasn't fought nothing but tomato cans. And Canelo has the leverage. He has the stardom. He has the backing. He has the fan base. He has everything working in his favor. So why would you risk it versus a guy that's not going to bring you top dollar? If he's stepping in the ring with Gennady Golovkin, it better be 7 figures involved in it, 8 figures involved in it, and it's not that much money. He's gonna make probably $5 million at the most. I mean, that's not that much. That's not that to us. That's a lot of money, but for a potential career-defining fight, that's not that much money. And the ass whooping that he could potentially take, I just don't. I just see where Oscar's coming from, and I agree with Oscar. And I know that's a shocker to a lot of guys that know me, that knows me, that I'm not the biggest Canelo fan. I think he was an overrated hype job, and I think he lost to Austin Trout and Anderson Lore. But that's a whole different subject for another game. He definitely was game versus his opponents, and I definitely could see him winning both of those fights. But for him to be put in there with Triple G right now is it's crazy talk. It's crazy talk. Everybody just thinks he's tooting his own horn. He's not tooting his own horn. He's not saying he's the best. He just wants to fight the best in his division right now. And these guys that talk shit about Canelo, say he hasn't done this and done that. He's done, at 24 years old, he's done more than 85% of boxers done at that point in their career. Most guys' prime in boxing is from 27 to 32. That's most guys' prime. That's the upper echelon. That's when most of they peak at. But I really definitely want to see this fight down the road. I want to see Canelo Alvarez mature a little bit more. His physical. I want to see he grow into his body some more. Get his man strength on. Continue to get better. Continue to peak out, and get all the way better. But if the fight was to happen today, I definitely would put Gennady Golovkin, unless Canelo can get him to come down to 155 or 154 pounds. And that would be a mystery fight for me, not knowing how Gennady Golovkin, how strong he will be, how well conditioned he will be at that weight. So that's the only way I really can see me picking Canelo Alvarez. But right now, Canelo Alvarez loses big to Gennady Golovkin. He's just a young man. He's not a grown figure man yet. And I see why Oscar wants to wait 2 years to match him. I know that's a shock to people that know me, that I'm saying that, and I'm just not calling Canelo a pussy. I'm not calling him a pussy. I agree with what Oscar said. This is the Sports Clinic. Subscribe. We gone.